Hi there, welcome to lesson 8 where we talk about the skill sets for data manager. I know that you may have showed interest in this course for one or two reasons. Maybe you manage data as a secondary function of your work, or you are managing data as a primary form of your work. You may also be here because you are just trying to secure a job that requires your knowledge of data. It's very important that you have and understand the basics of working with data. So no problems. And that's why you are here. So I also assume that when you are watching this lesson, you must have watched all the 9 modules before this, where we have built up a lot of theory, a lot of practice about how to manage data. So just know that there are 6 sets of skills that I think are required from all I have done. Now they could be broken down into granular form and more specific forms, but this will greatly help you because we're just beginning. All that you learned in the last 9 modules and including this are just to prepare you for deeper waters. So I need to put this out here now so that you are ready to fly. So these are the 6 skill sets I think you need. Combination of these skills will greatly help you to be very effective and excel in whatever you are doing. And they're categorized into 2 types. There's something called the soft skills and something called the hard skills. Hard skills are like the technical things you learn, which you can learn in a course, you know, and learn with. It's more certificated. It has more structure. But the other ones, you can also still learn them in a course, but you develop yourself and it has to do with interacting with other human beings. So another person puts it this way that, hard skills are those skills that help you get a job. Soft skills are those skills that help you to be effective at that job. So, and they may not be wrong, but they complement each other. If you have hard skills without soft skills, there's a problem. If you have soft skills, but you don't have the hard skills, you won't even be engaged in the first place. So both of them are important. They are like the north and the south pole in the earth, negative and positive end terminals of a battery. No one is more important than the other. So let's set straight away to explain these 6 skills that I think are fundamental. Now you could build, you could bring variants, but one of them is really the knowledge of databases. So you must have heard that term. And that was the very first thing we started with in this module one, lesson 1. We started with trying to build that up, because when you understand how attributes and entities work, you understand keys when we're talking about ID variables, all these things will greatly help you when you are looking out for errors and managing data powerfully. Now, if you have also done work with us on module 8, you see we did a bit of statistics. We did mean, median, we did minimum, maximum and mean, to help us find information that will have been so difficult to do if we are checking them one by one. So you need that also. Now, if you have also worked with do files now, you will know that you need a bit of programming, so you can delve deep, and I'm happy, in the conversations, if you ask me what other skills, you can. But once you understand general programming, it will help you to be able to understand concepts like loops, very important, concepts like attribution, and maybe not too much of a complex programming like that, but the more you are very conversant with some of these things, the more you are even able to write your own Stata commands. So if you want to go deeper in this thing, you may need to write a bit of programming. So that is very important. Once you know these 3 things: hard skills, databases, statistics, and mathematics, you are now set. So there are more territories. So what I'm just saying is you need to keep going deeper. Nobody knows it all, and there's new technology coming up every day. So you need to keep working on yourself and trying to develop these 3 fundamental skills. Okay, so I'm now on the soft skills part. You now have to have an eye for details, spotting unusual patterns, incorrect codes, And I'm sure you have seen that in what we have been doing. When there's an error just sitting down there and you can't pick it because it's just hidden among a million observations. So you need to pick out errors quickly, see unusual patterns and chart. So I call this being eagle-eyed, very, very, able to see minute details, very key. The other one is also critical thinking. You have to sit down and think critically. And I think there are about three sub categories here. Your thinking has to be flexible, it has to be critical. So you don't have to say, this is how I've been taught. New commands are coming out every day, new programs, new theories. So you need to be flexible to keep expanding as new thoughts are coming to you. So some days you may have solved this problem with Excel, but now you realize you can solve it with Python, things like that. So be flexible, be open minded. It's very important. You also have to be very reflective. You need to look back at mistakes you've made. Why do I have so many errors? In fact, today, this course, this entire course that is free on YouTube that I created was as a result of reflection. Why did I fail? Why did I succeed? What worked? What did not work? And if someone wants to be a data manager tomorrow, what kind of skills would this person require? This is what led to getting this course out there so that people don't have to make the mistakes I made. So that's the key for reflection. Then the final one is that your thinking has to be strategic. You have to think future. What's the trend of this industry? What's the trend of data checking? And that's why you have to keep updating yourself with the latest kinds of information, where you sit and ask yourself, how can I do this thing I use 50 minutes to do? I want to do it in 15 minutes, and then have a plan, a blueprint of what to do, skills to acquire, and that. And I'm telling you, this critical thinking will take you very far and help you coordinate all those other hard skills that you require to get to your destination. So I hope that is nice and clearly stated. The final skill here is that of communication. And the first thing I want to talk about in communication is listening. I'm sure some people thought we were going to talk about, oh, he has to, what's the word? I know how to talk. No, you have to learn how to listen, because the guys who did the data too, they have a way things were structured. You need to hear them. People who collected the data, things, and people who need information from data. So you need to listen very well. And sometimes in my career, I'd not listened, and I really saw the losses that came because of that. So I would really advise you, listen, let them speak, let them clarify the expectation. Don't listen with the intent to reply. Just listen hard, and hopefully you'll be very good at what you do. Yeah, one thing we have to talk about is presentation skills. You have to learn how to be able to present the information in very simple ways, and that's why you would also need storytelling skills. There are people you will meet in your career who don't know the technical jargon you're talking about, but if you are able to present it in simple form, make it easy to understand, they will be very happy to listen to you and listen to what the data is telling everyone. So I hope with these 6 skills you can begin to chart your path, improve yourself, and I cannot wait to see you at the top. That was the reason for this course in the first place. So thank you so much for your time. In lesson number 9, which is the second to the very last lesson in this module for this entire course, we'll be talking about the next steps, and hopefully to also greatly help you in your journey. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.